Funding meant for traders. Ment Funding.
Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Ment Funding. So, we have just completed our next competition, and I wanted to put a video together to show you guys the actual process of the competition winners, how we choose them, where the fairness is, and show you why we are rewarding our best traders and in the fairest way we possibly can. So, the Ment Funding Spooky Halloween competition has just finished, and as you all know, the rules are very, very clear-cut and made differently from anything else in the industry. Having the highest balance or equity at the end of the competition does not win you the competition. We judge our competition winners, we judge everyone by analyzing and processing all the results, capping the profits, capping the losses, looking at consistency in trading, and as a result, we seek to find the best traders that performed in the competition to go ahead and trade a free winning prize of an evaluation. So what's really, really cool is that every single trader that has won, or many of the traders that have won with us, have actually went on to get their free evaluation, to pass their free evaluation, and now we have not a number of clients from month after month after month of running this type of competition that got onto a live account without no cost whatsoever up front because they won, they passed the free one, now they're funded, and have taken out a payout. I have seen countless payouts go out to members who had won, to clients who had won just these accounts here, and go on to start scaling their accounts up to a potential of 5 million based on scaling, or go on to purchase their own account because they gain a lot of confidence. So I'm very proud of the entire team. Thank you guys for making the competitions what they are. And now let's talk about the competition results, how they're calculated, what actually happens, what it looks like, so you can win one of the follow-up ones. Because remember, we are looking for real traders. So as you know in the rules, very simply, we're not here to look for one-off batters, people that kind of swing the bat and hope that they get a big runner. That's what a lot of people in these competitions tend to do with many other prop firms. We have completely revolutionized the way that we actually process results, and you can read about some of them by going over the actual rules themselves. But let me show you the visuals. So this is actually what happened before we did any processing. Okay, so before any processing whatsoever, now these usernames might not line up perfectly because these are based on the emails, not the usernames, but we're gonna fix that for the upcoming one. But very simply, these were the top 13 that actually ended as the top 13. These would be the top 13 winners that actually got the top 13 at the end of this, right? So these are the people that generally will appear in this top, when this loads up, these are the people that are going to appear in like these top 13. That's what these were. And what you'll see by the little remarks here on the right is that at the end of us running the process data, so this was their actual equity curve before, but this is their real equity curve based on the consistency and non-one-shot gambles that we're looking for. So you can see this guy went from having a $330,000 profit, which is over, that's an absurd amount, right? Like that's a gain of 200K, final minus initial over initial, right? That's a gain of 67% over a month. And we all know for the most part that if you're a trader, that is not necessarily realistic. Yes, it can happen, but we can clearly see and we know that this is not realistic, which is why we have chosen to run our competitions a lot more fairly here at Ment Funding. So this is someone that would have won with any other firm with their $330,000 gain, but the reality is this member, after processing the rules, ended up at $210,000. And if you notice the remarks, from going from rank 1, he is now no longer in the qualification for a rank. So that means that this guy right here doesn't actually get any prize for one shot, one killing their entire move and hoping that it would win them an account. Similarly, look at this one. Rank 2 is now no longer qualified after running the proper math because, as you can see, one or two trades were over 30% gain on the account. Then he tried to take some losses to make it look realistic, but the reality of the curve is he went up to a peak of 230K and lost it all back to like 191K. Beautiful stuff, exactly what we like to see. Same thing here, you can see a number of these. Not qualified, doesn't qualify even though he was ranked 2, doesn't qualify even though he was ranked 3, doesn't qualify even though he was ranked 4, right? Same thing over and over again. You can see he took a few trades to try to get to 100K profit and then tried to sit at that line forever. but the reality is this is what it looked like, right? This is just comparatively. So he's not qualified, not qualified, not qualified. And now we do still sometimes have things like this. Someone who actually turned up every day, performed, took their trades, took winners, losses, break-evens, and everything in between throughout all this time actually ended up as rank 3. So he went from being 7th to actually taking the 3rd prize, right? So just to remind you guys, this is someone who, beautiful, this is someone who would have made a 10K valuation based on just basic rules, but because we look for fairness in our competitions, he's now taking a $50,000 one-step evaluation home with him for completely free, other than the fact that he spent time doing this. Look at this one. Here is an 8th. This guy was an 8th, and through his curve and then our proper consistency that we threw on top of it, because these are the competitions, he actually took the 2nd rank, and he went from, again, maybe getting a 10K account to actually getting a $100,000 one-step account. So very, very cool. Love this. And you can see some of them were not qualified, not qualified, not qualified, etc. Now, this is the actual winners of the October Spooky Halloween challenge. What we actually end up with is someone who wasn't at all in the ranks whatsoever before and actually came first. This is a beautiful thing. This means that this client was not in the top 13 or anything. He just showed up, he traded his system, he did the competition, and after the processing had happened and the ones that were just trying to do random hits, gambling, were taken kind of out of the mix, this guy actually took first. So that means he went from having no prize whatsoever to having a $200,000 one-step evaluation as his winning prize this October. And we're, of course, going to prorate this to him the second he sees this video or the second he claims his prize in the Discord. So congratulations to him. Similar, and you can see the curves in terms of similarity, right? This is, again, one of those examples where some of his trades did end up making a lot of money. However, even though that happened, using the math and the processing that we do, his overall curve did not end up at 267,000. It actually ended up at 240,000, which still got to take the #1 spot. And here's the thing you saw before. This guy was ranked 8 before. Now he's ranked 2. That curve became this curve. And on top of that, that put him in the 2nd place. Here's that curve again that you saw before on the other page. He was 7th, now he's 3rd. And then again, take a look at all these reds. This means, these reds mean that these people were never qualified. They weren't in those top 13, and then all of a sudden, now they are. And you can see the equity curves as a result of that. So congratulations to Serini, Sunset, and Zazba for the first 3 larger prizes, right? So those are the first 3. Congratulations to up to the 7th place. Congratulations to Wistyles, Yona, Rita, and Surin for the next kind of tier of prizes. And congrats to the rest of you that still got to finish up there, even if you weren't up there before because of our processing, and got to take home a 5K. Got to take home a 5K prize. So all these names will be posted. Go and claim your actual prizes. These are the usernames from the actual competition themselves, so you can look up these people and see where they kind of ended. And I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you keep an eye on the actual Ment Funding page and everything, because we run a competition every single month, and it's a completely free chance with no upfront cost whatsoever to prove the skills of what you're able to do to yourself, or to even win a fair competition and a free evaluation that could become funded and could lead to payouts. There's no reason you shouldn't do it. All right, see you all. Thank you very much.